Thank you for coming. It was a very good win for us against an exceptional basketball team. Oregon State's had a terrific year, and we were very evenly matched teams with our records, and both teams have won some big games this season, and we knew it would be a battle, and I was proud of our players to come out in the first half and play well, and also give our players credit to win their 20th game, which is the first time here since, I believe, 2009. So for this group to win 20 games, it's special, and we know we have some basketball left to play, but I do want to recognize our players because they're the reason. They've helped turn this program around, and they're the reason we have those 20 wins.
Coach, talk about how important it was to start strong. It's been a while since a couple of games since you started strong, but today you guys shot lights out. 8 for 11 for me on the arc. Just talk about how important that first half was for you guys.
Well, it's nice to share the ball and make shots, but we also defended. Oregon State, give them credit, they made 4 threes to open the game, so they were 4 for 4 from the three-point line, and Peyton made 2. But we were defending. We had energy, and we were doing everything we needed to do. They just made some shots over us, but we made some shots ourselves, and we kept defending at that level throughout the first half, and we were able to get out in transition and to make some threes and get some inside interior points. So I thought we played in one of our best halves of basketball in a while, and it was nice to do that at home.
How important was this game, especially with being unsuccessful up in the Bay Area? How much of a must-win was this game?
Well, it was a big win for us against a quality team. Oregon State's RPI is I think in the 20s. Their record is very good, and we were tied in the Pac-12 standings. So it was big on a lot of reasons. The road has been hard on us this year within the league, and we're not a good road team. The nice thing is we don't have any more road games. So we know we have one more home game and at least one neutral game at the Pac-12 tournament. So we're 16-1 at home, and the Bay Area was challenging because we just didn't play well on the road.
Coach, you shoot 60% in the first half, but you also get 15 assists on 21 baskets. Which stat would you like better for what your team did?
Well, I'll take the 56 points. I don't care how many assists we get if we have 56. But to get that means you're sharing the basketball and people are making shots. And to have 21 assists and only 8 turnovers for the game is really a credit to our players, how they shared the ball.
Andy, after California, you said after the Cal loss, you said that the team needs to defend better and shoot better. The defending, I guess you could look at it ways to fix. Shooting, what was the difference?
Well, it worked. Started in practice the last 2 days. We had very energetic practice. Having Darian Clark back meant a lot just in practice. Our practices were very, very intense the last 2 days, and the players came out tonight and played just like they practiced. Obviously, when you're playing a talented team like Oregon State, you need to try to contest every shot. I thought we did that in the first half and throughout the game, and they made some tough shots over us. But you're not going to stop a team like this, but it's important at the other end to make some shots, and we did that, especially in the first half, and we shared the ball and took open shots. I thought in the second half we got a little sloppy. We had a big lead, and our players threw the ball around the gym for about 6 or 7 minutes, which I wasn't very happy about. But that's a maturity for a young team. They need to understand that, hey, even if you have a 20-point lead, you just can't. You have to play the same way throughout the entire game.
You said the team had been taking open shots in the past couple games, just hadn't been making them.
Yeah,
It's just a matter of them going in and not going in?
Well, if you look at the Stanford game, 4 of our starters were 0 for 15 at halftime. That's not a good recipe for success. And a few of those were tough shots, but most of them were open or shots within the flow of the offense, which I consider a good shot. 2 of our starters were 0 for 13 for the Cal game. And once again, around the rim, a lot of layups, around the rim shots. But when you have guys that are in the starting lineup, they go 0 for 15 in one half and then 0 for 13 for the game, it's tough because the teams we're playing are very good. Cal was 18-0 at home. So to try to keep that game close, you need to score with them because you're not going to shut them down for 40 minutes. They're going to go on some runs, but we weren't able to score because we kept missing shots. And of course, our defense needed to get better, which we worked on for the last 2 days, and I thought I was proud of our players because they defended at a higher level today.
You have another tough game coming up, obviously. What in particular from tonight do you feel like you need to carry over?
Well, we're 16-1 at home, so I think whatever magic they have on their home court needs to happen on Saturday, because Oregon's one of the top teams in the country. We played them once. We know how good they are and talented, and so we need to bring everything we have on Saturday and try to win our last game.
Coach, you talked about this team winning 20 games since '09. What is something about this team that you learned over the course of the season? I know you guys still have one more game left.
Well, they're resilient. We've had our injuries this year. We've had 3 injuries with Jordan McLaughlin breaking his nose and going on. That affected our team for 5 or 6 games. And Julian Jacobs spraining his ankle numerous times, and that affected our team. And then Darian Clark separating his shoulder, and that affected our team for the last 7 games. He's been out. So they've been very resilient coming off losses. Whenever we would lose, we come back and take care of business at home. We lose 2 in a row, come back, win at home. The only home game we lost, obviously, was the Utah game a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So they've been resilient through the injuries and through the tough losses on the road, and they were able to come back and win games at home, which is important. Just any win in this league is important. But I guess if you look at our team, we're young, and the thing that makes me the most proud of this group is they've developed as a unit, and they develop as individuals with certain skill sets, and we're a much better basketball team than we were last year, and they're the reason. You know, the players win games. I've always said that, and they've done an outstanding job this year of fighting through the adversity, fighting through the down times and the injuries, and coming together and winning 20 games. And for them to do that, I'm very, very proud of them.
Do you think with 20 wins you're safe as far as the NCAA tournament is concerned?
You know, Scott, I don't know. I haven't thought about that, and that's not my decision. So I'm not going to speak about any tournaments. We're going to concentrate on the Oregon game on Saturday, and then we have what I think is going to be one of the most competitive Pac-12 tournaments in a long time next week in Las Vegas, and we'll be excited to be there. And whatever seed we are or whoever we play, we're going to show up in Las Vegas excited to be there.
At the same time, Coach, do you see this team embracing the fact that with the possibility of making the tournament, do you see this team kind of just, really taking this to another level?
Well, the goal of every team in this country is to compete for a national championship, and the only way you do that is make the NCAA tournament. And sure, that's a goal of ours. We didn't write it on paper at the beginning of the season, but now, throughout the season, we've won some big games, and we're 500 or over 500 in one of the top conferences in the country. We have 20 wins, so we've put ourselves in position to be considered for it. But that's not our decision. But we're excited to be here. We're really excited to win 20 games. Forget about any tournaments. Forget about the Pac-12. We just won 20 games for the first time in 7 years at this school, and so we have a lot to play for still. We got a huge game on Saturday, and then the Pac-12 tournament. Whatever happens after that, we'll be thankful for.
You said having Darian back, it was more intense in practice. Did you feel like there was an emotional lift for the team, kind of being back?
Yeah, our practices are much more intense with Darian. And he just brings the energy, he brings the toughness, he brings the talking, and his teammates respond one way or the other. They're either on his team or they're not, because we mix the teams up every day in practice. So when you're on his team, you love it. When you're not, you don't like it so much, but it makes us better.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you. Appreciate it.